Here with trainer Darius Coit. What's good, man?
I'm gonna top chewing so I can be professional.
What's going on?
Man, at LA Fitness trying to get my workout in for the day.
Oh, you still work out?
I'm gonna ask you to do something I can't do at all. I can see I don't have to do it as long as my fighters gotta do it. Yeah. But I gotta at least be able to demonstrate.
Okay. Do you feel like fitness is important when training a fighter?
That's not even really, I guess, the effect of it. It's like, if at the end of the day, if you tell your fighters, you're trying to instill a philosophy in a fighter, like I respect trainers that actually take what they say serious, right? Like if you're a guy who says, you know, go to the max and do the best you can possibly do, but you as a trainer are 300 pounds, you know, I know that you're not, and you know that you're not doing the best you can do with your own health and with yourself, period. Or with me as a fighter, because obviously if you were in better shape, you could do more with me, right? So if I'm telling a fighter to be the best they can and to push themselves to a limit that's beyond their norm, what do I look like not doing it myself? So, you know, I got up, ballooned up to like 265 in weight. I'm down to like 246 now, and I'm trying to get down. Like just because of that, like both my kids and my fighters, I want to be able to tell them to push themselves. So in turn, I got to be able to push myself too. Period.
Okay.
But I don't think that's like necessary for trainers. But it just makes more sense to me as a man. You know, if I'm gonna tell you to do something, do it. At least do my version of working hard. You know what I mean?
Anas Messaoudi, what's his record now?
6-0.
6-0, 5 knockouts?
Yep, 6-0, 5 knockouts.
What's next?
Well, really, we don't know what's next because he just ended a stint with his promoter in Belgium. But he has a little brother that's coming up behind him, so he's trying to decide whether or not he wants to re-sign with those guys, which would mean the likely path would be probably Eddie Hearn if he were to try to sign with somebody in a year or 6 months. And that's because Eddie Hearn has a bigger following overseas. If he would decide to stay with his current promoter, he probably, or his current manager, he probably needs to sign with Eddie Hearn. If he comes to the States, then we're wide open. We can go anywhere with him. We just really don't know how his visa is going to work out right now, and how his family situation, how comfortable he is, you know, kind of migrating here, because he has a wife and a young child. He just got married, and he has a newborn, well, a toddler now. But that's his decision to make, and we're here to support him regardless of what he tries to do. I'm gonna train him with as much as I can when I get my hands on him, but you know, that's totally up to him in regards to his visa situation and his family, whether or not he disbands from his current, you know, manager. It comes to the state full time.
Now, he's from Morocco, but he fights out of Belgium, right?
Yeah, Morocco doesn't have professional boxing right now, so he has to box in other countries. And right now, Belgium, Europe is closer, and he's pretty well known there, so he likes to fight there.
All right, so you brought him to Philly. Did he get any good sparring while he was there?
He got a lot of good sparring. Shout out to Julian Williams. He sparred with Jules for about 4 weeks. 3-4 weeks. He got some work in, I think, once with Boots too, so Jaron Ennis. So yeah, we got some good work in while he was here. Nothing but the best while he was here. And he held his own enough. You know, we knew coming in that he would need to fight guys like that to get a little more athletic and get his reflexes together when it comes to dealing with slicker guys. Because where he is, they don't get top level sparring in Belgium, because there's not top level competition there, just sitting around in the gym like there is in Philly. You got guys in Philly that forgot more about boxing than even Anas ever knew, and they never even went pro, you know. So there's a lot for him to learn here, and I think it was a good experience for him either way. But he held his own. If you watch him fight, you know, he a kid with a big heart and a big punch. Now he just needed to be a little slicker. He reminds me a lot of a young Danny Garcia. Like, he's coming ready to fight. He's not as slick, but he's slick enough. He hits hard, but not the hardest. But if he catches you, you know, he's ready to fight. And if he catches you clean in one of those exchanges, he can clear your whistle.
All right, 6-0, 5 knockouts. Seems like he knows how to finish the show.
I mean, right now, I never really take those records that serious when they're young, because naturally, if you got a guy who can punch and he's fighting guys who aren't top level yet, I tell him the same way I tell myself. I don't try to get too big with that. Like, you know, my trainer used to tell me, don't be excited for winning championships in like local tournaments or Golden Gloves or even the Nationals is that you train to be better than those guys, right? So you're supposed to train to be better than the guy who, you know, who really is just a journeyman fighter who's not taking this as serious as you are. So he won't really be tested. He's probably tested more in top level sparring than he has been in any of his professional fights thus far. Seriously, like the sparring sessions that he got here, I can say that he didn't get the best of all of them. Obviously, Williams is giving up both height, weight, and experience and power, you know. And yeah, he held his own against Jules, who's a super or a junior middleweight or super welterweight, whatever you want to call that, 154. But even his walk around weight is like 170, so he's giving up maybe 20.
Yeah, he's
20
like
pounds.
he's a big 154.
Right. So I've seen him struggle in those types of sessions more so than he has in the ring when it really counts. So I don't really take that record serious. I want to build him up and see what he really has as we move forward. I gotta keep reminding him though, man, like, hey, right now you're not there yet. So let's keep moving. You know, you got a lot of potential, but it's not quite there yet.